Enzo Audrey, Brandon Locke wasn't dressed like a cop that February night. He didn't have a badge and he was unarmed. But police took the word of a man who officers described as a functioning drunk over Locke's word and the three friends he was driving home with from a sushi dinner.
Brandon, right? Yes, sir. All right, put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest for police impersonation.
But was Brandon Locke impersonating the police? The cop's own cameras cast doubt on whether these officers should have arrested the 22-year-old who had no criminal record.
It just made me feel horrible. Horrible.
The arrest on felony charges made headlines across Connecticut on TV.
And a man is accused of impersonating a police officer in East Haven.
It also hit newspapers and went online.
It was awful. Seeing him go through that and having your name plastered all over the place, having people make comments about you.
So, what's going on?
Locke's trouble started with a late-night 911 call from this man, Vincent Esposito.
East Haven 911, what is the address of your emergency?
The 49-year-old East Haven man was known to police.
There was females and males talking to me, you know what I mean?
He'd been convicted on breach of peace charges in 2006, and since 2013, police received at least 4 911 calls reporting that he was drunk, stumbling in the road, falling into bushes.
Hi, it's a big emergency. People are pretending they're cops, and they're trying to get me to them so that they can beat me up or roll me, one or the other.
Esposito then described the car and occupants to the dispatcher.
And I mean, it's Silver Accord or something like that. There's 4 in the vehicle, Puerto Rican people, and they don't look like nice people.
But Locke was driving a Honda Civic, and nobody in the car is Puerto Rican.
If they come back around, should I throw a cinder block under the car?
No, don't do anything like that. If you see them again, just make sure you tell me.
At least 6 officers responded as Locke was pulled over a couple blocks away.
You know I stopped you, right?
I wish I did know.
All right, the reason why I stopped you is we're conducting an investigation right now. A person was approached, impersonating a police officer.
He said he was stumbling in the road.
Right, yeah, he was in the road.
Locke told police he saw a man stumbling in the street, pulled up next to him, and told him to move. Did you or any of your friends or your girlfriend say that you were police?
No, absolutely not.
Not even jokingly?
Not even joking.
As officers took turns questioning Locke, other officers began to question the situation.
So what do you think?
All happening as their body cameras recorded everything.
He's a functioning drunk. Yeah.
Esposito, who they describe as a functioning drunk, was knocking on the wrong door just a few nights before, thinking that he lived there, according to officers. And some officers wondered aloud whether an impersonation of police had really occurred.
I don't know if it fits the criteria for that charge.
I'm not going to look at it. I don't know.
I think there's certain things, you know. Watch your head. Watch your head.
But Locke was arrested and booked into jail anyway, as 2 friends and his girlfriend, Daniela Arduini, sat and watched. When his day in court came in February, prosecutors dropped the case for a lack of evidence.
I don't know, I just think that they had one mindset when they pulled us over, and it was like a done deal.
No one ever said we were cops. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
The body cameras saved everything.
Was any police uniform, badge, gun, anything that would make you look like a police officer, was any of that found on?
No, not that I'm aware of, no.
Sergeant David Emmerman is the East Haven Police Department spokesman. What was the probable cause?
They really believe that something wasn't adding up with their story and that the complainant had made a reliable complaint.
We tried to ask Esposito what he saw that night. Hi, Mr. Esposito.
Not here,
Hey, I'm
not interested.
I'm Bo Berman. I'm with Fox Connecticut News.
Hi, I'm not interested in making any comments.
First, there you go.
The arrest cost Locke about $2,000 for an attorney, and while the charges were eventually dropped, his mugshot lives on online, where it may serve a life sentence.
You can't put a price on me waking up and seeing me on the news in the morning going against a felony. A felony is a big word. That's a huge word.
Well, it's a big punishment, and Locke tells us he's just trying to put all this behind him now, and he will not be suing the police department. Assistant State Prosecutor Michael Dennison, who opted not to prosecute, never responded to our repeated requests for comment. Bo Berman, Fox, Connecticut.